Hi and welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to tell you about a unique island on Lake Victoria called Takawiri Island. So Takawiri is one of the small islands on Lake Victoria which is accessible on the Kenyan side through Mbita town. So a couple of years ago I explored the island and I visited the Takawiri Island Resort, which is really a unique resort on the tiny island of Takawiri. So to get there you'd need to first reach Mbita town. So once you're at Mbita town, then you'd take either a ferry, a boat, that would be like a privately hired boat, or you could take the water bus. And for us, of course, being that it was a new thing, we'd never done a water bus before, we opted for the water bus option, which was really quite good. And I must say that that water bus is actually built locally, which was really a plus. And it's well built. You're not worried about the boat capsizing or collapsing or failing. At some point. It was really good. The seats are metallic, so there's nothing really to write home about. They're just metallic seats and not very comfortable, but the ride is not too long. So it's about 30 to 40 minutes ride, which is quite okay for that kind of seating. We took the water bus, we landed at Takawiri Island, and once there, the hotel had organized for us a pickup with a private speedboat, which came to pick us up, and they were quite nice, quite warm, quite welcoming. They actually took our bags, and I must say that being girls, we had traveled with suitcases. Yeah, and that's probably not the best way to travel to Takawiri. You may need to have a sort of backpack because of the boat and changing of boats. And yeah, but we're girls, so what did you expect? So we went by speedboat. It was like maybe 5 minutes ride, and we were at the island. We were well received. The island is very beautiful, very serene, and I would say that if you want that exclusive experience, for us at that time, it was the time of turning over the new year, so it was very important for us to go have a reflective moment, just think about life and so many other things, and just detox, distress. This is actually the perfect place to go. So at Takawiri Island Resort, it's a very small, very charming little resort on a private portion of the island. So well built, very few cottages, so you'd really have to book well in advance if you don't want to miss out on the accommodation when you need it. And particularly for us, we went at a high peak season. I remember that the cost was about $250 per night, but that is full board, so it covers everything, and you'd really need to book in advance because it really gets fully booked. The accommodation is quite nice, it's comfortable. The rooms are they're just very nice standard rooms, so you'd enjoy your sleep. The sleep quality was really good at Takawiri. It's quiet, it's serene, so you'd really enjoy your sleep there, and the rooms are really fantastic, so nothing to complain about. And the other good thing about them is that at that point they had a wonderful chef. I don't know whether it's still the same right now, but their food was really amazing. In fact, some of the most amazing meals I've had were at Takawiri. I can't even describe it. It was really wonderful. They also have a bar area outside where you can just sit, watch the lake as you have your drinks. It's really amazing. Something else is that the food is quite fresh. Like the fish that we ate was so amazing. It was so fresh. I think they just, if you go out fishing and they do a catch, then they'll just go straight into the kitchen and prepare it. The food was really amazing. And what I loved about Takawiri Island is, as I said, the serenity. It's quite peaceful. You can just enjoy the lake, the breeze if you want to swim. There's so many activities that you could do, but for us, going to Takawiri was more about, just taking a chill pill, relaxing. So we're not really interested in going out to swim, to snorkel, to fish. I think the big plus for me for Takawiri was the sundowner. Oh my God. Takawiri has the most amazing sundowner ever. Like, I would rate it one of my top 5, places that I've witnessed the sun over the lake. It was really nice. You just can just sit there, have your drink, and just enjoy a nice, lovely sundowner. It's really beautiful, as you can see. Sunset over Lake Victoria. Simply beautiful, beautiful, beautiful sunset, and you can hear the wind howling. Oh, it's almost blowing me away. Amazing. The place is really, it's not crowded, so basically you can have a very private moment. So I would really recommend it for those who want like a honeymoon place, a local honeymoon place on Lake Victoria. I would highly recommend Takawiri Island Resort. In terms of the privacy, the accommodation really tries their best to ensure that guests that are staying on board really have the maximum privacy. But during the weekends, mostly on the weekends, the place is open, so people can come in and just chill during the day, and you can have your lunch there with your family and have your drinks, and just have a relaxed time and then go back. So they do organize this as well. I know that There's a fee that is charged, and it's a minimal fee so that you're able to just go there and enjoy yourselves. Of course, because of that, the place is a bit restrictive, because when you go there, they sort of separate the premise into two areas. So one for the guests that are staying on and sleeping over, and one area which is like a more general public area. But I think this has been seen by a lot of people as quite discriminative. So maybe my idea would be, if they want to, they'd really have to consider how they're selling Takawiri Island Resort. Is it supposed to be this exclusive island where you go there and you don't meet anyone, you don't interact with anyone, or is it a place where, yeah, it's still open and people can interact? So maybe they would actually, if they want to separate the living area, maybe for security reasons or other reasons, then they would have to maybe put a proper demarcation and make it very clear, because I think this has been a source of complaint from a number of people who've gone there just to relax for the day, and I totally understand them. If I was a local, I don't see why I would go and spend all that money just to sleep there. You know, I would just go there for the day and enjoy the sundowner, have my drink, relax, let the kids play freely, and then, you know, go back home at the end of the day. And the other thing maybe the Takawiri needs to consider is that charging people to access the island, even if it's private, it's a tiny bit redundant. So maybe it should just be free, and as long as you buy a drink, or as long as you eat some food. But these are just my suggestions anyway. Yeah. Of course, in terms of the transport that gets you to Takawiri, there are all these ferries and the water bus. They have a schedule, so you'd really need to keep time, and the host would advise you, like, by this time you need to leave in order to be able to catch the ferry back, or to catch the water bus back. And yeah, I think Takawiri was really a nice place. I would highly recommend it for a visit, and as I said, it's really a lovely place. Another thing that I think one would do is you could take the ferry or the water bus, because it goes from one little island to the next. So you could take the ferry or the water bus and keep hopping from one island to the next. I think that would be exciting, and maybe I'm thinking that that's the next thing that I should do the next time I'm at Takawiri, because you could easily, just do a day trip exploring the islands, maybe having some fish in one of the islands, and you go to the next one. And personally, I'm looking forward to going to Mfangano Island next to see some of the amazing things I've been hearing about. So keep it locked. Remember to subscribe, and see you